Weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. For Falcons at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he whips that one incomplete there. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Davis now to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This one caught by Kittle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On the screen, this is Eckler.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Falcons 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Open man is hard. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Scotty Miller, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 38, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Herbert now.
And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And complete to Drake London.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
These defenses have become... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that challenge, a successful one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50.
What's always interesting about situations like this is that in both locker rooms, both staffs were preaching a quick start. One of them actually got it done.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Youngway, too, for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That's quickly out wide to Davis. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kyle Pitts
from 21 yards away. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll hand off here to Eckler.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive. and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have a chance to tie it, taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Got a man complete to Miller. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons!
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one we're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got his man, it's Williams.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
95 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's Eckler again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try to protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a throw here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
But able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Chargers 1st down.
Herbert to throw. He's got Eckler.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know this.
He's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Falcons are going to win the game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.